Welcome to the Cosmopolitan. I am so proud you are of my restaurant tonight. I make the best hash in the territory, and tonight you can enjoy it. I am Margaret Hurst Grambs. I have so much to tell you, and I love to talk, as you will find out, almost as much as I love the food and the cooking. But back to the hash. How do you make your hash? What do you put in it? The word hash comes from the French. It means chop, chop, chop. So anything you put in your hash has to be chop, chop, chopped up. Most people have, of course, potatoes and onions and maybe carrot for a little color, and then whatever leftover meat you might have. Venison is a very good meat to put in it. And then I have a secret ingredient. Now, Mr. Heinz, good German name, he bottled the ketchup in 1867, but many of us cooks, we make the ketchup in our own kitchens, and hash is so much better with the ketchup on it. I built the Cosmopolitan, which is over here, many years ago in 1870 in the southwest corner of the Main and Center Streets of Silver Reef, the town. I have good Chinese cooks who follow my directions and my recipes, and I have some good Mormon girls to serve. But let me tell you my history. I was born in Bavaria, part of Germany, in 1826. I married my husband, Frederick. Oh my goodness, I think of Frederick and I get so sad. I married my husband, Frederick, in the Yuba, California in 1857, and I was an old maid. I was 31 at the time, but Frederick did not care. He loved me very much, and my Frederick, oh God bless you, Frederick. I miss you so much. We were from the same hometown, but he came to the US of A before I did. I came in 1850 when I was in my 20s. The California Gold Rush called to Frederick, and he went west. But it was not for the gold, it was for the music. He loved music. He wanted to be a community leader and give the concert and form the choral groups and teach the singing and the piano and the organ. We had no children, very sad. But we always had young people around us. My niece and my nephew sometimes lived with us. We lived in Yuba, California for some time. You know where that is? North of Sacramento. In 1864, we moved to Nevada. And then a year later, we go to Montana. Oh, Montana's very sad. We'd only been there a few weeks. And my Frederick dropped dead right in front of me. But there I was, no husband, no home, and not much money. But I do know how to make the good food. And I know men who work in the mines want the good food. They have the big appetites. The mill hands, the mill workers, and the miners. And they want food that stays in the stomach and stick it to the ribs, meat and potatoes. So I go where there are mines and many hungry men, and where the towns are new, not many competitions in other restaurants. I tried pioche, but it did not work. But when they discovered silver here in Gold Reef, then I was part of the great Gold Reef stampede and came. In the late 1870s, when I was 50s, I built the Cosmopolitan restaurant, which is a very notable feat because the average lifespan in those days was 40 years, and I was old, I was 50. I was operating the Cosmopolitan for more than 20 years, but I had to abandon it in 1894 when the silver boom went bust. It was over, and I was old and tired. But let's go back to earlier, happier times. My restaurant and the good hash that it served. I employed 2 Chinese cooks and Mormon girls, good Mormon girls, to serve. But on May 30th, 1879, the Cosmopolitan burnt to the ground. It was nothing but ashes. Most of Silver Reef was ashes too, because we were all made of wood. Smoke was arising in the air, and the whistle went off at 3 p.m. Oh, the sparks from the smokestack had fallen on the wood piles by the mill. 200 men plus grabbed the buckets and made the bucket brigade. They were pouring water on the buildings, trying to keep them from burning. They were using the wet blankets and anything else they could. But things became almost impossible until a wind came up. A blessed southwest wind came in, or all of Silver Reef would have been just a pile of ashes. Given the chance, I rebuilt the Cosmopolitan, bigger and better than it had been before. And I continued serving that hash for 20 more years. My nephew and 2 waitresses lived with me. Those were the good years. I enjoyed the good people who came and eat the good food, and I cooked the good food all day long. If you see my sign, you will know I have hot coffee from daybreak till very dark at night. But those years passed too quickly. In 1994, I had to abandon the Cosmopolitan. Silver Reef was dying. The silver was gone, the mines closed, the people left. My Chinese cooks carried everything they could, the walls, the equipment, the utensils, over to Del Mar, Nevada, where my nephew was. If we'd left anything, the Mormons would have scavenged it and used it. They're very thrifty. After dismantling, only the stone foundations left of my Cosmopolitan. At age 68, I moved to Salt Lake City and ran a boarding house for 5 boarders on 100 South. I cooked 2 good meals a day. Stick to your rib type meals, breakfast and a dinner. By 1903, I was 77 years old and I was tired. And I heard the sweet angels calling my name when I was in the Holy Cross the hospital in Salt Lake City. My nephews came from Nevada, and I knew they came to tell me goodbye. But they also took care of the details, and they helped with the celebration of my life. Many people came to St. Mary's Cathedral and celebrated me, and they laid me to rest in the Calvary Cemetery. Someone wrote a very flattering obituary of me, and it was true. I am very generous and I am very charitable because I made sure no one left out my door if they were hungry. There are some advantages of being a ghost because you get to see the future. So now my Cosmopolitan restaurant has been reconstructed right in the same spot, and it looks pretty much the same. Except it does have running water and electricity. Oh, those were the good days. But it was a restaurant again and served fine European cuisine for a while. And now it belongs to the county, and you can come there anytime and enjoy lectures and other things my Frederick would have loved to come to. Thank you very much for coming to my restaurant.